In the middle of a desert, a simple small rock started to float in the air. The whole world went crazy as they tried to figure out how the small rock was floating in the air. It made no sense and it defied all of science. Then multiple countries wanted to study the floating rock and claim it as their own. Then they started fighting each other. While the rest of the world was fighting over the floating rock, Iron Tears was having problems of his own. The floating rock seemed to be of no interest to him at all and he had his own problems. Iron Tears couldn't help thinking about forgetting things. I mean, if you forget something, how can you remember that you have forgotten something? What if Iron Tears has forgotten something? And this was really starting to get on Iron Tears' nerves. He sat down on his own and he couldn't help but tremble whether he has forgotten something. There is nothing going through his mind, but that is what forgetting something would do. If you truly forgot something, there would be nothing going through your mind, as you have forgotten it. So whenever something wasn't going through Iron Tears' minds, he assumed he had forgotten something. Then as the floating rock situation was getting worse, a world war was on the horizon over this floating rock. So many countries wanted to claim this floating rock, and some would climb on a ladder up to the floating rock, and they would grab hold of it. They would use all their strength to not let go of the floating rock until their hands became weak, and they would fall to their deaths. There were religious groups forming around this floating rock and they had all sort of theories about it. Then one day the floating had inscribings on it and it read, "And the child would stand in front of the black hole and he will be rejected by the black hole. They will all look down on him, he will breathe oxygen in space and not freeze to death. He will be discarded," and no one knew what it meant. Then Iron Tears was really struggling whether he had forgotten about something because there was absolutely nothing going through his mind. I mean, it could be that he hasn't forgotten anything, but on the other hand he could have forgotten something. Then as every country declared war on each other to become owner of a floating rock, time was running out for the human race. Then as the Earth was destroyed and no life on Earth, the floating rock then fell to the ground.